I'm Phoenix Wright, the lawyer who was going to cross-examine Wendy Oldbag again. No! Not like this. Hold it! Ms. Oldbag, what was your post on that night?
The lobby. I was supposed to help set up for the stage for that trifling show. But I refused to help, I'll have you know. It was for that red-headed Samurai's show.
She just didn't do her job.
Yeah.
I even took out a few of the nails.
She actively did the opposite of her job.
Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on.
Yeah. Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working so hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little.
And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door? Hold it! Something you were interested in? And just what was that?
It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. Aw, and Edgy Poo, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in?
I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
Gossip? But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended to her testimony later.
It looks like we shouldn't force it right now.
And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time?
Hold it! Oh? Then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Carito's room?
I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am.
All right.
Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not included in the report. Explains why there's a question mark for her age in our court record.
Yeah. In any case, the witness then saw someone, correct? Hold it! Who in the world was that?
I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information is to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room. He was.
For the record, your stream is not lagging. It really was that slow.
Yeah, I could tell because her mask was still breathing,
good
like,
point.
a normal amount. Yes, he was.
Ah, I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud.
Why, ma'am?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Francisca's whip right about now.
Well, I guess I can tell you, since he was such a bad boy anyway.
Oh my god. Hold it! You saw my client? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Yesy.
Okay.
Really?
Yesy. Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. The face, maybe?
Were there, like, what if it was someone wearing...
I don't think it should be the person's clothes, because she's gonna be like, it was the Nickel Samurai costume. That means it was definitely Matt on guard.
That's fair.
Well,
Okay.
wait. Wasn't it like... No, that's like way too much of a reach. Never mind.
What?
I was just
Silk
gonna say
hat,
they...
white rose, purple cloak.
No, they made such like a big deal of saying where the button was found. Sorry, the suit nipple.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like that it was in his, I don't remember what it's called, but like his
Hakama,
costume.
yeah.
Hakama.
Yeah. But- So then
Well-
maybe if he wasn't wearing that, but that seems like
I mean, we can check. I assume we'll get to repeat this.
yeah, I mean it isn't giving us a bad or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So.
I'll ask about the clothes then. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now, what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing. That racing jacket.
Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Man. Well,
Someone
nothing
give me the
sexier than a
jacket.
racing jacket.
I simply need a jacket that is for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons.
Let me put together my Matt on cosplay right now.
Right.
So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way?
I don't know. Is that a Hakama? Probably not, right?
Yeah,
No, I don't think so.
I think the Hakama is like the foldy pant.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Okay. It was very important. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Objection. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. Don't you see it, Edgeworth?
We all needed to know what piece of clothing to wear to seduce women out of their pantaloons.
Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony.
I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright. Witness, please.
Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must...
That's literally half of what you say.
He was wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show.
Should I press this, or like...
Probably.
Yeah.
Hold it! Are you sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket?
What do you think? Not like I've seen him in anything other than that horrible thing. I'm sure he was wearing it.
I really like when she puts the helmet back on.
I just like the immediacy of it.
She's so sure of herself that it's to the point of self-absorption.
She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying.
That's bad for us. Really bad.
But that's how the human mind is. It also has the tendency to jump off topic. She's strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? That's what makes her a sweet old lady, right?
No. That's because you're not the one who has to question her.
So yeah, I guess we do the soup nipple.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Yeah?
Yeah?
Objection! Ms. Oldbag.
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is?
Ah, it's button number 2 on the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Incorrect.
That's a
It's
fake
actually a
fan.
suit nipple. Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance.
No, she didn't.
Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this.
Wow, she
I
really
hate
is
her.
a die-hard fan to want a suit nipple covered in blood.
It's the blood she actually wants.
Yikes. This suit nipple was discovered on Mr. Onguard's body during a full-body search.
See? See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal on guard.
This
It
what
was
now?
caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai hakama pants. Or hakama.
See? See? And on guard is the nickel samurai.
Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination. But just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt Onguard, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
Ah, I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear.
You literally said.
No, go.
If I won't, but maybe I have to put up with this wearing ridiculous thing out. You'd agree this up is hideous, right? I've got a tape recorder stuck to my chest. Let me tell you, it's heavy, so heavy. I wish you would have switched to CDs ages ago, but I'm keeping that dream alive for those kids out there. Work hard with a smile on my face. Don't you understand now? Take a look at the mirror. Your clothes are about as interesting as a documentary on curling. You should take a picture of your Frenchie. Now he's got style.
It was masterful.
You can't hear it because my crisp is on, but I was clapping. Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Onguard, the man. But Mr. Onguard, the nickel samurai?
Here we go again.
Lads. But when you think about it,
Oh my god, I can't fucking believe.
they're really one and the same anyway.
Miss
Once you put on the
Oldbag.
co-
This is a very important point we're talking about.
Once you put on the costume, you can't take it off. Edgy Poo, you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change.
Alright. Bringing your
Obsessed with
personal
him saying
squabbles
that
into
out
the
loud.
workplace.
Witness. Think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
Ugh. Alright, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you.
On guard, on guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right, it was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
When you got a murder at 3 and an after stage show at 4. I knew it.
God,
I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
I hate it here.
That's what I thought you'd say, you dumb old bag.
Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume?
Why, the pants would have been too long.
I was literally about to say that. Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
Aye, youngins today. I told you there was no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so. And what I say is the truth.
Ma'am.
At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Great. Who I saw.
Hold it! Would you please get on with your testimony?
Watch your language, young man! What sort of tone is that to take from an elder? My youthfulness isn't what it used to be, so you should forgive me for everything. No. You keep on barking at me like that, I'll start singing at the top of my lungs.
She's that old lady outside the bus, like, what?
A striking figure by the sea, standing all alone is he. He's the nickel samurai.
I think she's singing this, but I won't make you.
Oh,
She's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears.
a striking figure is he?
Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this racket? Do you carry a whip too?
Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll just be good and stick to the facts.
Be a good old bag and you can have a treat.
Well, I mean, she does really like Edgeworth, so that might work. Okay. You promise, right?
What is she, a 3-year-old?
Right. I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date.
For what? A nickel? He's broke, Edgeworth.
A nickel samurai? I'm fucking dying. Remind me to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth, old chum. Hold it! Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not?
Not too long ago. Let me ask you this. When you were itty-bitty, what was your grand dream?
Huh?
What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I, wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what?
What?
It's more. Look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you?
Well,
What I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that?
I was a different person.
The now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past.
I was younger and stupid.
since when did court become theatrics over testimonies?
Since the first minute of the first game.
Yeah.
All that matters is that man was inside that costume. Isn't that enough?
That man.
No.
Hey, wait, I got an achievement.
For what?
It's called
That
Judge
man.
Wagner.
Aw, that's actually kind of cool. We got the lore, the backstory.
Hold it! And why would that be?
That way, no one could see his face, of course.
But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more.
You are such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say.
Isn't that what you're always doing to me?
I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume.
Does take like 10 minutes to don and doff heavy armor.
Hold it! Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing.
And that included the Jammin' Ninja?
Of course it included him. That's why when On Guard came out of Dear Wan's room, I didn't give it a second thought.
I see.
Well, anyway.
A classic line from the judge. Hold it! So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai?
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Can I throw in the towel yet?
You don't need to think too hard on this one.
Huh?
There's a contradiction in her testimony, and it's sitting in plain sight.
Uh-huh.
The question is what that contradiction means for us.
Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. Okay, well,
I mean...
I don't know. How do we present evidence to be like, bitch? That doesn't
anyone
work.
could... Like... Must have won...
Is there something about the photo that Maya had of the Nickel Samurai that would...
Oh, wait! The fingerprints!
Ooh. I
That's
assume
his costume.
he do have gloves.
He
He
yeah.
does have gloves.
big dang metal glove?
A big dang nickel glove.
I think this is probably the right place to present this, right?
Yeah.
Nice job. Objection!
I'm no Amy, but I tried.
Please take a look at this.
Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. I have a gun.
Oh no, that's not my intention at all.
That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct?
Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case?
It's the murder knife. You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it.
Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I am driving at. Nothing,
I don't
because
have a
I
driver's
can't drive.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Oh
What
my
are we
God.
driving at? And whose car are we driving?
If Mr. On Guard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on the knife right off. I don't know if that part's true, but the first part is.
Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he?
Objection! He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Fucking why? Objection! And
You
why
sure you
would
put
he
the
do
gloves on?
something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon?
Yes.
There is no way he would do something like that. However, there is one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. I can't relax, I gotta take my gloves off first.
But the murder still did take place.
Let me flip into something more. Just takes off the gloves, not the armor. Oh god, not the mask.
It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim.
Yes. I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory?
It fucking sucks. So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with his theory? Yeah, why did he bring a knife?
Plus, like, you've been saying it's been premeditated the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So contradiction?
Yeah.
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 This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Ongard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. He had a knife. Like, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Take that! This knife. This was used by Mr. Ongard at dinner.
Yes, we did establish that.
Which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Kurita. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. Wow, he used a long word. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive.
That's exactly the symbol
Yeah.
I would have said.
And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Oh shit, 0 to 100.
Order! Order, I say. Order in the court. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing?
To frame Matt Ongard?
I would think so.
I think so.
It's to frame my client, Mr. Ongard, of course.
To frame...
Objection! Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? Objection! But we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Grr! Witness! She does not give a fuck.
What did I do?
Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult. Aw, edgy poo.
Great. He's back, folks. I'm back to making incoherent noises.
Good. Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
Hey, you know that's this fun thing called perjury?
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Ongard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now.
Oh my god.
Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure.
She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai?
Oh.
Alright then. Who were you waiting around for then?
That's top secret to anybody outside of security.
I have a feeling you were waiting for Mr. Juan Kurita. Am I correct, witness?
Ah. The way you think, you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
Francisca? Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of?
So Oldbag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Kurita.
Maybe Phoenix. Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person.
Okay.
Maybe the old bag.
If it's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's certainly possible. Ms. Oldbag, you were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you?
Adrian.
Adrian?
Yeah, because she stole Lotta's camera case with the article in it. About them. Take that!
Who is this person?
This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Ongard's manager.
But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room?
It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Why do I know this? I hate gossip.
Oh, this is... Ha! I see.
Fuck?
Just let's spend 5 minutes for him to read this.
The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing.
And this manager with the initials AA. Are you saying it's...
Ace Attorney. It was me, Your Honor.